You got the reigning world champion Jake Wightman. Jake, you're doing TV this year. Unfortunately, how's the injury going?
It's all right. I'm back running now, so it's been like a very cautious return this time, which is what I haven't done the past year because I've always had Budapest to get ready for. So the time restraints have been thrown in the bin, so I've been able to just build up steadily and make my body not just robust to get back from this injury, but make it as robust as it can be to make sure that I have no setbacks into next year.
Well, good. We hope to see you next year. Last year's 1500 was one of the best races of the championship. Your win was a big upset. What about this year? I mean, Ingebrigtsen's the big favorite. Do you think anyone could possibly pull an upset like you did?
I think it'll be tougher than last year. I think probably the worst thing that I could have done is beat him and just kind of make him go away and change a few things. Like, it's obvious that he's kicking a little bit better in the home straight now, and I think the semi-final was a bit of a brag from him just to show that he can accelerate like that as well. And it's going to be tough, but it's championship racing. There's no pacemakers. There's a lot more guys that are running under 330 this year than there were last year, so Jakob has to run hard on his own potentially to be able to draw the finish out of those guys, and there's opportunities there. I hope to see people try and do what I did and just like go past him at some point, because he hasn't had that in the season, so we don't really know how he's going to react, but he's definitely going to be tough to beat, and yeah, you would say the big favourite still.
What do you think he was doing in that semi by running in the middle of the pack? I mean, I haven't seen him do that in years.
So I don't know whether he was deliberately boxing himself in to practice that, or whether he actually wasn't switched on enough and just got himself boxed in. But yeah, he shows the level he's operating at, where he can go in such a bad position and like pretty close to the last lap of the race and still navigate out of it safely. And I don't think he won the semi still, so it's just kind of a brag to how fit he is. But you hope that there's guys in there that are also quietly confident, that they're running well. And the best thing about these champs, and like any champs, is that people have gone away for about a month and we haven't seen them race. They've been on camp. Some people might have had setbacks and niggles that potentially have made them like not quite the shape they're in, but a lot of them are going to be in the peak of their seasons here, and we're going to see hopefully people that have kept their cards close to their chest throughout these rounds, and who knows what's going to happen. It's exciting.
Who do you think's most likely to beat him?
I'm going to be biased, right, and say that I think the Brits, especially Josh, has looked good through the rounds, and he's medalled before. He knows what it takes to run these sort of times. Neil has probably got almost like a better change of pace than Josh, but maybe not as fast PB, so he could be dangerous if it's operating around 329 pace. Like, and Goose obviously like looked great. I think there's some sleepers in there. Like, I would say Cole Hocker has navigated through pretty safely, and because he hasn't had like the best start to the season like a lot of people had, it's like you don't know where he's at the moment. It's a shock to see Katir gone. That could have changed the race. I think Abel Kipsang looks dangerous, and it's like he was 4th place in Tokyo. Like, he's always going to be a threat. And there's a lot of people that.
What about the teenager Niels Loros?
Honestly, so for, is he 18?
Yes.
An 18-year-old racing with that sort of head is ridiculous. Like, he runs like a 28-year-old, not an 18-year-old, and I think the best thing about being that age and having had the summer where he won in under 23s, I think it was, means that he's literally had a good season already. There's nothing to lose coming